Hi, Möhle from Health Studios. Today I'm going to take you through a fitness-based class that's going to focus on your overall body, make sure that we get our shoulders moving, get our stomach, our core working, as well as work on our legs. This class is based on most levels of fitness. However, please make sure that you work to your level, and when you feel that you need a rest, please do take that. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with a nice warm-up. Just get the body moving, just get the shoulders and our chest just open up through the arms and chest. Get them comfortably moving and get the circulation going in the arms. And nice and smoothly in and out. If any of these exercises feel uncomfortable for you, please just wait and join us when you feel ready to do so. Relax those arms. We're going to do small circles forwards. Keep those upper shoulders nice and relaxed. Slightly bigger circles. We make sure the upper traps are moving towards your ears. So just keep them nice and relaxed as we go forward and backwards. And from there, we're going to go backwards. So small circles backwards. And slightly bigger circles. And relax and shake those arms out. We're going to go into a gentle thoracic roll. So it's going to allow the upper part of the mid part of your back, which is the thoracic spine, just to stretch, chin tucked in. From there, we're going to lift our chest up, draw the lower part of the tummy in, and we're going to open up through our chest. Chin down and open up. Chin down and open up. Please make sure that when I'm opening up, I'm lifting my chest up and allow my shoulder blades to move around and my arms will follow. Just be mindful of your arms pulling back in that position as we're looking to open up and get the shoulder blades to squeeze and work together. Let's go one more in those movements and then we're going to challenge our balance. So with our balance, we're going to start off with, I'm going to give you a few options on this, as I would do with a lot of the other exercises moving forward, is we're going to lift our left foot just off the floor. If you feel you lose your balance, touch down straight away. So we're going to, if you're able to, you can lift that foot off the floor. For those of us who feel more comfortable with balance, you can bring your knee up off the floor and then back down. We'll swap sides. Once you've established good balance, then you could swap onto the other leg, or you could go from there, lift the leg up, from there, lift the leg up. If you're finding this really easy, you can step to the side, hold your balance, step to the side, hold your balance. Or you could even step to the side and have your foot closer to the floor, if you feel more confident with that. So really establish good knee position, keep your toes and heels nice and grounded on the floor. Once you establish your balance for a couple of seconds, then move on to the other foot. Let's keep going for another 15 seconds. Again, you've got the option of stepping up. So superb. In 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay, so you're just going to loosen up those shoulders a little bit more. So you can go shoulder rolls, shoulders up, back and down. So looking to comfortably take the shoulders up, pull the shoulder blades back and then down, keeping the arms relatively relaxed as I'm going in and out of this movement. So up, back and down. Nice and smoothly. Let's go one more. And we're going to go into gentle squats. Now, depending on how you feel with these, you can go partial. I'm going to go a little bit wider with the feet. That's going to give us a little more width around our hip joints. Our feet can turn open to about 11 and 1 o'clock. Just gives us a little bit more space to the hip joint. Hand could be in front of us. What we're going to do is going to lead with the glutes. The first movement is sit into, as if you'd sit into a chair, then bend the knees and then drive back up. Make sure your toes stay in contact with the floor as you're pushing up, and find good balance between your toes and heels. So from there, pushing up, the more I feel like I'm pushing through the floor, the more comfortable that will be. We're going to go for another 25 seconds. So again, from there, if you feel a partial squat is all that you feel comfortable, that's fine. If you want to go deeper down, you can go down as deep as you feel comfortable. So really sitting in, driving in. 10 seconds to go. What we're going to do is just going to, after 10 seconds, we're going to march on the spot. So from that position, nice and comfortably, after this one is, for those of us who feel comfortable, you can create some rotation through our obliques as well. So the opposite elbow goes to the opposite knee. And you could do very gentle movements if you want to. It doesn't have to be a big movement. Or high knee. Really use our posture to work and feel the stomach muscles working across. As if I get the right knee. That's it. Another 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and stop there. We're going to move on to our mats. Before we do that, I'm going to demonstrate you an exercise that we're going to do whilst we standing, and you could go and progress to that more advanced exercise. So you can go from that position, bend our knees slightly, push through our feet, draw our tummy in to lift ourselves up. So start with that chin nod down, and then back up we go. Now if you feel really comfortable with that, we can advance to our walkouts. Chin nod down, bend our knees, walk our hands out into a plank position, push our plank position, draw the tummy in, then walk up, hands all the way up, bend our knees, push to the ground and lift yourself up. So whichever level you feel comfortable with, partial or walkouts, up to you. We've got another 30 seconds to go on those. Chin nod down. So allow yourself to walk those hands up if you choose this option, up into a plank position. You could push your hips up towards the ceiling, feel the stretch, then bend the knees, heels down, push through the floor, and up we come. Good balance for those feet and heels. Okay, with the last one, I want all of us to safely end up on all fours on the floor. So if you've been doing this one, just safely take yourself onto the floor or walk your hands out into that position, down onto all fours. And then we're going to do a nice comfortable stretch to the spine, keep the upper shoulders relaxed, draw the tummy up towards the ceiling and then back down. Lift up and back down. Hands a little bit further away, lift up, sit back into those glutes. Really good stretch for us to stretch through these lats and the arms and through the triceps. These muscles tend to get pretty tight and we very rarely do loosen them off. So massively important for us to work on those. Let's do one more and then we're going to go on to our backs into a nice bridge position. I'm going to warm these hips up and then we're going to come back into a seated position. So from there, heels right up towards us. We're going to lift ourselves up and then back down. The focus in here is gently draw the tummy in. We're going to push through our heels, keep our toes in contact with the floor as well, lifting up and then back down. I want us just to start on this one. For some of us, we'll feel like a really big stretch to the thighs. So we're going to lift up as far as we feel comfortable. Some of us we can push up higher, but then we pull our tummy in a little bit more to make sure we support that lower back. Just keep going up and down. We get another 20 seconds of these, hands across your chest to make it a little bit more challenging. And once we've done our 20 seconds, we can come back up into a seated position. So really move up and down through that position. Okay, one last one, all the way to the top. Allow yourself to come back down, and then we're going to come up to a seated position. Now, what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for us to create a tilt with the pelvis. So in other words, if the pelvis is set like that position now, we're going to feel like we're trying to tilt it and tucking. Imagine if we had a tail, we're trying to tuck the tail under and then back up. We might want to have the knees a little bit more in that position, easier for some of us. And we're going to create a gentle tilt and then back up. So a nice little warm up. I'm going to create a chin tucked in, create a little ball, feel like my rib cage, the bottom of my rib cage and my hip bones are getting closer towards one another, and then pulling back up. We've got another 30 seconds of those. So down we go and then up. Chin tucked in. So first thing is chin tucked in, tilt my hips and up we come. If you feel you need to breathe with this exercise because it's a bit challenging, just take a few seconds up into a nice comfortable seated position and then join me when you feel comfortable. We have another 5 seconds of this and then I'm going to show you the progression. Okay, so if you're ready to join the progression, you can stay with the same exercise you just done now, or from there you're going to go down, you're going to reach your arm out and then back up. Or you could go down to there, reach your arm out. This will make it harder without even having to go further. You're going to alternate which hand you go out to the side. Remember, I've got to get that tilt. Be mindful of leaning back with my head. You're leaning back with the lower part of your back, trying to tilt through that position. Reach out and up we come. We have another 30 seconds of that. So off we go. Up we come. If you make it harder, we go down lower, reach back up. Tilt, reach back up. Tilt. Okay, really big focus to the stomach. Let's go one last one on each side, unless you're just doing the normal tilts, which will be challenging as it is, and then we're going to slowly go into our backs. Well done. Bring your knees up towards your chest and gently roll from side to side. Excellent. We're going to challenge to the side of our body now, really working the side of the obliques, working the glutes, the muscles to the side of the leg as well, and really good for our stability. We're going to draw the tummy in, lift our legs up. So you have an option of lifting your legs up, holding for 5 seconds, keeping the knees and feet nice and soft, and then back down. Or you've got scissors. So from that position, squeezing up, squeezing. So crossing legs over one another. We have 45 seconds starting now. So you can either go up, hold for 5, and you count. If you feel 5 seconds is too much, you lift and hold for a couple of seconds, that's fine, and then lower back down. Or we have the scissors. With the scissors there, we're going to feel like we keep the control through the tummy, keep those hips working, really working through that position. These are pretty tiring when we keep that good control. You can have your hand out in front of you, you're starting to feel you're losing that balance and stability. And then we've got 10 more seconds. You could lower back down, take a breather, hold up for 5, and lower back down. And we have 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Beautifully done. We're going to move over to the other side. So from that position, we're going to lift the legs up. Remember, from there you can hold it for 5 seconds and then back down. Or we can come up and keep that position. We're going to the scissors. Our time starts now. So 45 seconds. Remember, from there you could do our scissors. If you feel like you're tired with the scissors, you can go down. You can lift and hold for 5 or up to 5. And then back down, whichever you choose. So a real big focus on that. The more you squeeze and lift, if I really engage it and lift up and push the leg down, that really works those inner thigh muscles, and therefore you're also having to use your abdominals as well. If you feel you had enough, relax back down, use the tummy, lift up, hold, up to 5, back down. Let's go last 5 seconds. 2, 1, and relax. Very, very well done. Going to go onto our back, and from there, just going to bring our knees back up towards us and gentle rolls from side to side. And 3, 2, 1, lower one leg down at a time. The next exercise is known as a McGill curl up, and again, the big focus here is using our tummy and making sure we're not necessarily pulling from our head and shoulders. So to demonstrate this, what I'm going to start off with is going to have my left hand behind my head, and if that feels really uncomfortable, you can have both hands behind your head, or you could have your hands across your chest, but if you can, that'll be brilliant. From there, we're going to straighten out our left leg. So left arm, left leg, and the focus on here, if you're able to, place your right hand underneath the small of your back. So from there, the first thing is there, I'm going to pull my tummy down towards the floor, so I'm going to limit the space between my lower back and the floor, and then use my stomach to lift my head and shoulders up, and then back down. So the focus is the tummy is doing the lifting, not my head. Very easy for us to do that, okay? So our time starts now. We're going to draw our tummy in, lift up, and then back down we go. For those of us who found it really easy, you can lift up, lift your leg up off the floor, slowly back down. The focus is going down as if not more important than the coming up. So really focus on the stomach to pull up, engage the tummy, slowly back down. Tummy works early, so tummy pulls down, that initiates the muscles below my rib cage to pull me back up. Okay, let's go one more on this side, and then I'm going to swap sides.
all the way down. So your left leg comes up, your right leg straightens out, and your right hand goes behind your head. Left hand behind the small of your back. Pull your tummy down to flatten your lower back, lifting your head and shoulders off the floor, slowly back down. Draw the tummy in, lift up, slowly back down. Want to make it harder? Lift your leg up at the same time as me coming up, all the way down. So use it, up we come. Slowly back down. And engage. 15 more seconds. Really focus on the movement where the tummy pulls down towards the lower back and the stomach lifting the head and shoulders up. One last one. Up we go, all the way up. Slowly back down and relax. Won't relax too much, we've got a lot of work still to do. We're going to lie face down. We've got 2 more exercises before we move on to our leg workout at the end. So what we're going to do from here is, we've got 2 options. Draw the tummy in, you can, as you pull the tummy up towards the spine, squeeze your glute and lift your leg up. So the idea is focusing on the glute to do the lifting. You can have the hands out in front of us like this, where the chin stays tucked in. I draw my tummy in, squeeze and lift my leg up. Draw my tummy in, squeeze and lift my leg up. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds. So engage, hold for up to 2, back down. Tummy pulls in towards my lower back. So it allows us to create that lovely extension and support through that lower back area. So hold. Remember, you can opt for just doing the leg if that feels more comfortable for you. Okay, we're going to go 1 more on each side, and then we're going to come up onto all 4s, and from there just gently stretching in and out of our back in that position. Okay, now the last one we're going to do is we're going to go onto our elbows. We're going to lift ourselves up into a plank position, and from there you're going to come, lift your hips, draw your tummy in, lift your hips up. So that's your one option. We're going up and down like a saw position, or we come up to a full plank position, lift your hips up and back down, hips up, push your heels down and back up. So when I'm there, I'm pushing my heels down, or we can go full position into a nice V position and then back over. V position and back over. Our time starts now. I know if you start a little bit earlier because you're comfortable with what you're doing, that's fine. So up and back down. When I'm lifting myself, my hips up, push my chest down towards the floor and pushing my heels down towards the floor as well to create that position. Now that position there, before I never thought I'd be able to get into those positions, but with time and work and dedication, that's certainly improved, and even so, you can still improve on that position. So whichever option you choose, let's go 3, 2, 1, and down we go. Onto all 4s, just stretch through that back, nice and comfortably. Feel like your chin tucks in, and then lift your spine up towards the ceiling. Chin tucks in, lift your spine up towards the ceiling. Comfortably up and down. From there, you're going to safely go back onto your feet, but if you're happy to do a walk up, you can come up, bend your knees, and push to the floor to lift yourself up. And move the mat out of the way. What we're going to do now is do some leg work. So just to get that body moving nicely in a stance position, just either go into your marching or go opposite elbow to knee. Okay, keep going. We've got another 20 seconds of those. And once we've done our 20 seconds, I'm going to show you an exercise that is really good for a single leg exercise, but really good for getting those glutes working and really good for stability through our lower body. Okay, and 3, 2, 1, and stop there. What I'm looking for us to do now is we're going to ideally start with feet hip width apart, just place one leg behind. We're going to have at least 80% of the way through the front leg. If you feel like you need something to hold on to, please do, but the back toe is just sitting in that position. Now we're going to trust the front leg. So the first thing I'm going to do is, as if I sit into a squat,
but then I'm going to go down as far as I feel comfortable, down my shin, and then push through this front leg to come up. So that movement's going to look like that. For those of us who feel more comfortable, you can go down lower and then drive up. So what we're going to do there is we're going to do 30 seconds to start with. We're going to go down and up. So side on view, we down, sit into my glutes and drive up. Down and drive up. This back knee really has got to sort of relax. Relax this thigh as you go down. Imagine that that knee is just moving down towards the floor comfortably. Okay, we have another 10 seconds of those. Where you're driving down and up. Down and up. One more, and then we're going to swap legs. Remember, go down as far as you feel comfortable. So we're going to swap legs. We're going to take the opposite leg behind us. Feel like I'm sitting into this glute 80% of the way to the front leg. And from there I'm going to push all my way through this front foot to lift myself up. So down we go, toes balanced, heels balanced, push to come up. Okay, and off we go. Ready, drive me up. Down, trust that movement. Some of us will be able to go down lower, touching down towards the floor, but only if you're able to do so. A real big focus on that. So into that glute, drive up. Into that glute, drive up. Really good for those glutes, hamstrings, quads. Make sure our toes are balanced and our heels are balanced. The pressure we're pushing through the floor is even. One last one. And then just we're going to walk it out. Just going to step to the side. Just in that position. You can step into there, or you can step further into that position. So side steps. So in other words, from there I'm sitting into my glute, into my glute, into my glute, into my glute. That's it. Ready from there. Feel like you're pushing the inside of your foot to push you down. Also feel like the glute's pushing. Okay, so if you feel comfortable with that one, you're going to keep going. But if you want to make it a little more challenging, we've got 30 seconds of ice skaters. So it's going to be a slightly bigger movement where I'm going from there to there, and then from there, just really pushing through the side of the leg, one side to the other side. That's my torso is turning, driving through that position. Or you could just step side to side like that. That's also absolutely fine. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. We're going to go a little bit more speed. So off we go. For those of us who want to increase the speed, just push it, get that heart rate up. Work the body, or you could step side to side like that there. That's absolutely fine. In 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let's walk it out. The heart rate should be lifting up nicely now. Remember, from there you can take opposite knees, get that torso. If I'm working my torso that way, it really works those obliques as well. Really good for the rotation, good for the strength when we're rotating. Important, massively important. Keep going, 10 seconds. And then we're going to go into squat to press. So from there, we're going to go feet a little wide like we did earlier. We're going to go down, hands in front of us, push through the feet and then lift our arms up. So from there, in 3, 2, 1, down we go, drive. Down we go, drive. If you can, keep your chest up taller. Remember, the first things first is your hips are back. You could go into a partial one like that. It's absolutely fine, depending on what level suits you best. Big focus on those. Down, drive, down, drive, down, drive. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk on the squat again. Excellent. Knees across if you choose. We're nearly there. We're going 3, 2, 1. We're just going to get our arms moving. So just a few air punches. We're going to start with in front of our chest, and then I'm going to move different directions. If any other directions feel uncomfortable for you, please return to the one that feels most comfortable. So from there, we're going to move across our body. Allows our chest, get our hips and our chest to turn. So we're rotating with that movement. Okay, with the next one, about a head height. So just head height in front of you, so you see your hands in front, slightly across and up. across and down. You can bend over just a touch if you feel comfortable. And for those of us who feel comfortable, you go up and down like that, as if you were walking or climbing up on something, reaching up, pull down, reach up, pull down. Try and keep those upper shoulders relaxed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in front of us again. Keep working through those arms. Okay, what we're going to do is we've got 10 more seconds. We're going to go a little bit faster with the punching. If you're happy with that, we'll stay at the same tempo. And then we're going to finish off with our marching. In 3, 2, 1. Relax those arms, shake them out. Let's go for our marching. Now what we're going to do with our marching, we've got 30 seconds starting now. So again, you can take the opposite side. And for the last 10 seconds, we're going to move as fast as we can to finish off. Big focus for that position. Okay. So you can go across if you're happy with that. So we're going to start the last 10 seconds in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Or fast marching, whichever you feel. Really work through. Nice lovely posture. In 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Very good. Shake out those arms, open up through the chest. Lovely posture to that position. Small circles forwards with those arms. Slightly bigger circles. And relax those arms, small circles backwards. If you felt with that you could push yourself a little bit more, I encourage you just to go back, start the video right from the start again and go through it another time. That's absolutely fine. I would say it's a really good sort of move session that can get you going, switch on the right parts of the muscles and really prepare you for a good day and a week ahead. So thanks again for joining me. I look forward to seeing you soon and all the very best.